Tell me why. Why do I do it to myself? Why? Oh! Allowing. I'm having an amazing day. It is Wednesday. Having a great day. Don't allow people to change the trajectory of your day. I just had a conversation with someone and it just absolutely saps the energy out of me. If I allow it, connecting on such a surface level, like, challenges me in new ways, and I need to see it as growth, because it's like I need to connect with people on all levels, and I'm just like, switch off. My mind's just like in another state when there's no like depth to conversation, but that's all good. That's growth. Like, I'm sitting at like a 9 and I can't let the world, if I let the world or people only take my energy if I allow them to. If I allow people to disrupt my world. It's that allowing. Just come back to the 9, stay in the 9. Everything is great. I'm actually having a fucking good day. Oh, I got tested today. Every day is a challenge, but it's good to be tested in good ways. And the challenge for me today is, how do I describe it? I'm driving at the moment, as you can see, so there's a little bit of I can't get my full presence in this moment, but we're 90% there. The challenge for me is the balance between social connection and quality connection, which I have in my life, balancing that with doing my content and the needle mover. And it comes back to that, like, me actually having that depth and conversations with people and seeing that as not a distraction, but it is growth. Managing that time is what challenges me. I had some synchronicities today. When you lean into the discomfort, let people into your world, and then with that comes the synchronicities. It's saying yes. When people offer these experiences, it's just saying yes, and things happen, and it's like, let's meet here, and you're like, yes, let's meet there. And then you talk to certain people and you're like, oh, this person's got my attention. And it's the synchronicities, like when they arise and the messages, it's like, okay, how am I going to navigate this situation? And a good takeaway from today was that these synchronicities they're not the answers, but they're not to see them as like a black and white answer, but they're a wink that you're heading in the right direction. I was like, okay, universe, I'm listening. I'm seeing this. People challenge me in different ways. I got put on the spot today, and it's like, yes, and it's sending and receiving heartfelt. What's the word I'm looking for? Appreciation and for another human. It tests me, receiving and sending. I do love that though. I'll backtrack a bit. So last night I went to JD, Just Dance. Such a good community of people. I feel jazzed today, and it's like I feel fluid, and just being in that community, I was just like, it was like 80 people there, and you turn up, it's a free event or donation based, and someone generates a playlist, and the playlist was like unbelievable journey. Dropping into that, and then it's just like conscious people, and it's just this fluid movement, and just going with the flow of the music, and just release, and just like releases tension, and it's just being free and being just so in the moment. It was like so good. definitely be going back to that. I was like, stuff like this is what I need in my world. And caught up with Brad, who I used to live with, his last night there. So that was cool to just spend some time with him and connect before his physical body transcends into another chapter. Listen to the friggin' wisdom. Then this morning I went for a bike ride, and more synchronicities. I went down to Redhead, a beach. It's about 15 kilometres south of where I live, and just stopped at the beach. And then I was like, there's a group of guys that I connect with very infrequently, but they're the fractals. They're a bunch of really conscious beings, and they were there up on the hill on the sand, and I just went and spent time. It's like, I don't have to be anywhere, I've got time. So I just sat with them in meditation, and I admire Nigel. He's a spiritual being. He's a philosophical man with much wisdom. I admire his outlook on life in this physical meat suit that we're in. It's good to spend time with such conscious beings and connect. That was very spontaneous, an enjoyable experience. So it was that, and then I spent time with my brother Jay today. Him and I have had a bit of a disconnect on an energy level, and I'm proud of myself for navigating that, because although it's taken me a bit of time to connect with him, the stuff that him and I see differently to what he does, and it's more of a reflection of me. It's stepping into the masculine, being challenged by the masculine, and it's just being conscious that I have a lot of beautiful women in my world who I'm connecting with regularly, but also having the balance of amazing men. And I need people that can sit at my table, I can sit at their table, however you want to put it. It's neither mine nor theirs. We can come together and grow and evolve and learn, challenge, love. I can't not love Jay for being his authentic self, and for me it's about accepting him and who he is. I can't change him. My mind and my heart become disconnected, and I want him to act in certain ways, and at the end of the day he's not doing anything to harm me in his actions. So it's like, who am I to pass judgment or to believe differently to him? And his energy and radiance and love for the world is beautiful, and I can't deny that he doesn't have a positive impact on my world. So I'm proud of me for navigating that. In my head, it was like a challenging heart-to-heart conversation that needed to be had, but then even in the moment, honestly, I'm pretty good at getting better at difficult conversations, and I didn't even go into it with the connotation of it being a difficult or heart-to-heart. I'm just catching up with him, giving him the presence he deserves. Me not communicating and blocking him off would be I hold myself to a high standard, and others, and it's like, if I can't communicate with someone who has not intentionally caused me some pain or conflict, then it's like I have to practice what I preach. And I just took full ownership of it, because it's the reality of the pain that I created in my mind, not my heart. And when someone's being their true authentic self and just being them, Jay's a very unique person. So we're all unique beings, but for him to allow that and open his heart to the world is an honor to be part of. So I have to take ownership and suck it up, and I apologized and we move forward. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but that's okay. I'm content with, I'm trying my best. We all are. It's all we can ask. What we deliver in that moment is our best that we can do. Currently heading down south to drop a camera off to my mate Jake, who is going to help me with some shooting on Sunday, which is exciting. The thing that challenges me at the moment is I think being in the business space and being that mindset of like efficiency and the most valuable use of my time, and where I feel challenged is the fact that like driving a camera to someone's house is an hour and a half of my time, hour and a half of his, so it's 3 hours time. 3 hours of our time. I guess I'm not in a bad way, but I'm living in the future self and embodying that into my world, and for me to spend a large proportion of my time, not a large proportion, but that amount of time is like, I put a value on my time always. It's like treating myself as a business, and especially with a personal brand. So it's like, if I have to drive to Perth for a haircut, that's like a $10,000 haircut hypothetically. Whereas if I can achieve that same result but have someone come to my door and do it, then, or if I can do that myself, it's putting a value on my time. And I guess it's hard to entirely know that cost. So it's, just balancing that, juggling a few different areas of life. At the end of the day, it comes back to the fact that it's like, my problems are fucking amazing. Like, there's not one, there's not many, there's not thousands, there is not hundreds of thousands, there are millions of people who could take a look at my life and go, fuck, I would love those problems. Like, that would just be unreal. It's easy for me to sit in that space of like, oh, I would love someone else's problems, you know. We're all facing different challenges in life. There's no measure of how big nor small. I like to be efficient with time management, time I spend with people. Sometimes it's the things that are it's the simplest things, it's the free things, it's the things we least expect, the things that don't feel like the needle mover but are the needle mover. It's the things that, like Just Dance is something like that. You can't put price on that. You can't put a price on friendship. You can't put a price on connection. I think that's been a big realization for myself. Christmas is a challenging time for me in terms of the material world, and I really love my belongings and what I have, and I'm so grateful. I buy quality items, I look after them. I love technology, I love stuff that is related to fitness and outdoors and nutrition and stuff, good food and all these beautiful things in life. The gift of giving, I think I have to be more aware of it, and my love language is physical touch and quality time, acts of service. Gifts are like right down the bottom. Not that there's right nor wrong, but for me that's just where I lie, and a lot of pressure on myself to give, and it's like the best thing I can give, and even a friend said it recently, is my time. My full presence to someone is the greatest gift I can give, and that is worth more than any material belonging that I can give to others. Oh, just try not to crash into a bus. The gift of my time. It's the greatest gift. a lot of energy has gone into creating who I am today, and I'm so fucking proud of that. And it sounds selfish, but it's not. But not everyone is worthy of my time. I just had a conversation that didn't serve me, and I was just like, it's just these little reminders, things that someone sent me a good little Instagram reel today, and it was relating to the fact that it's like, how does someone feel when you're not with them? When you reflect, when you spend time with anyone, and it's like the next day when you're reflecting on that time you spent with them, it's like, how do they make you feel? That's the gauge of where you should be directing your time. It's like, who are the people in your world that like energize you, make you feel good, say good things about you? That's where it lies. Like, that's the goal, that's the radar. Like, just follow that, listen to the little hints. Continually be aware. Life is beautiful. Enjoy the journey. We take this shit too seriously, and I know I do, and I've had a great day. Life is amazing. How can I help make your life amazing? If you're listening to this, I fucking love you. Wop, wop. Look at my outfit. I'm wearing white pants. I'm like a modern day. I've forgotten the artist. Freddie Mercury or something. Just Dance inspired me to just be your true self. I know I have a creative flair, an artistic mind. Embody that. Be unique. Say hi to your mum. Ring your mum. Ring your mum. Whoop whoop. Peace.